Welcome my viewers and learners. Today we are going to cover about this topic about a scale drawing. We have some questions that I have written on the board so that we can solve them together. The first question, the question asks, we calculate the actual measurement. Here we are given the scale 1 is to 750,000 and the drawing measurement is 32 centimeters. We know that for us to get the actual measurements, we normally multiply the scale times the drawing measurement. So we are going to work out now here. So we take 750,000, we multiply by 32. Whatever you are going to get will be centimeter. And we know 1 kilometer is equals to 100,000 centimeters. So we take 750,000, we multiply by 32 centimeter. This one will be centimeter. Then we define it by 100,000. 100,000 will be centimeter. So we simplify there. We simplify 3, 3, 1, 1. So from there, by 5 we can get 2. By 5 we get 15. By 2 we get 1. By 2 we get 16. So my sum is 15 multiplied by 16. So that I get my answer. 5 times 6, it will be 30. Carry 3. 6 times 1 is 6. Plus 3, 9. 5 times 1 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. Then from the addition, 0, 4, 2. So I get my answer, 240 kilometers. That is the answer for the first sum. I repeat, for us to get the actual measurements is equals drawing measurements times the scale. As we have done, we have taken the scale 1 is to 750 centimeters. 1 is to 750,000 times 32, the drawing measurement. Whatever you are going to get, we have said will be centimeter. So we convert kilometers, we convert these centimeters into kilometer. We know 1 kilometer is equals to 100,000 centimeters. We divide it so that we get our answer in kilometers. So the answer for the first sum is 240,000. Our next question, that is number 2. We are given the scale 1 is to 500,000. That is the scale. We are given the actual measurement 120 kilometers. So the question asks the drawing measurement. As we know, we can use that triangle to guide us. That is a triangle. We define that triangle. Here we have AM, actual measurement. We define again. Here we have the scale, and here we have the drawing measurements. Meaning, in our question, the question asks the drawing measurements. Drawing measurement is actual measurements divided by the scale. So you are given the scale, which is 1 is to 500,000. And the actual measurements, we are given 120 kilometers. So we start by changing the actual measurement into centimeters. That is 120 kilometers into centimeter. We know 1 kilometer is equals to 100,000 centimeters. So we are going to take 120,000. 120 we multiply by 100,000, which will be centimeter. We defined, we said here we defined by the scale. We are going to take this part of the scale, we defined by 500,000. So we cancel by 1,000 there, by 100 by 100. Then from there we are left with 120 divided by 5. So by 5 1, by 5 we get 2 because of 10, remainder 2, 20, I get 4. So my answer is 24 centimeter. As you can see, 24 centimeter can fit in a book. Question number 3, whereby we are told a section of a road is 2.4 kilometers. This is the actual measurement, is represented by 4 centimeters on the map. What is the scale drawing? What is the scale drawing? So this time we are supposed to calculate the scale drawing. As you have said, scale drawing or scale is equals actual measurements divided by the drawing measurements. So we write what we are given. Drawing measurements is equals 4 centimeter. Actual measurements is equals 2.4 kilometers. So we work out. First of all, we change this one into centimeters. So 1 kilometer is equals to 100,000 centimeter. So I write this one is a fraction, 2.4, it is 24 over 10. Then I multiply by 100,000 centimeter. By 10, by 10. So I get my answer is 24. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are centimeter. This is the actual measurement. And because I want the scale, I come here and define it by 4 centimeter. Centimeter will be centimeter by 4, 1 by 4, I get 6. So my answer is 1 is to 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is our scale. In scale, we don't write the units. So our answer is 1 is to 60,000. We are going to question number 4, whereby we are given the scale 1 is to 10,000, and we are told to find the area in hectares. We are given our rectangle there. The measurement is 9 centimeter by 4 centimeter. As we know, we normally start by converting the drawing measurement into real measurements. We have our triangle. To convert for us the drawing measurement into real measurement, we normally multiply. So the actual measurement is equals S times drawing measurement. So I will take 4 centimeter, I multiply by the scale, which is 1 is to 10,000. Whatever I get will be centimeter. I change these centimeters into meters. I divide there by 100 centimeter. Because we know 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. So we cancel by 100 by 100. I get the actual measurement there is 400 meters. We go to the other side, the length, it is 9 multiplied by the scale, which is 10,000. Whatever I get there will be centimeter. I divide there by 100 centimeter. Cancel centimeter with the centimeter by 100 by 100. I get the other side is 900 meters. So I have the actual measurement. This side I have 900 and this one I have 400. We are told to get the area. We know the area of a rectangle is length times width. So it is 900 meters times 400 meters. But we are told to give in hectares. So we know how to convert. We draw our ladder there. meter squared is there, R's are there, and there we have the hectares. As here says, we normally define it. We normally define because we are converting smaller units into bigger units. When we are deciding, we normally multiply because we are converting bigger units into smaller units. Each interval is 100 units. 100 meters squared make 1 R, 100 R make 1 hectare. From here up to here, there are 2 intervals. So meaning each interval is 100 units. So 1 hectare is equals to 10,000 meters squared. There are 2 intervals, 100 in the power of 2, meaning 100 times 100. So this one I divide by 10,000 meters squared. Meter squared will go with that one and that one. By 100 by 100 there, by 100 by 100. So I get my final answer will be 36 hectares. So the area of that plot, when you go there outside, it will be 36 hectares. But the drawing measurement is 4 centimeter by 9 centimeter. Question number 5. We are given the drawing measurement 3.9 centimeters. Actual measurement or the real measurement, we are given 52 kilometers. So the question asks, we get the scale. A sum like this one, whereby we are given this number in decimal. We normally multiply both sides by 10 to get rid of decimal. So I can write that question, I rewrite that question. 3.9 centimeter represents 52 kilometers. I want to get rid of this decimal. So I'll take 339 over 10, I multiply by 10 to get rid of that decimal, represents 52 kilometers. I multiply that side by 10. I multiply so that I deal with whole numbers. So by 10, 1 by 10, 1. I get this side that 9 centimeter represents 52 kilometers times 10, I get 520 kilometers. I want to get the scale. As we said earlier, 1 kilometer is equals to 100,000 centimeters. So I'll change this 520 kilometers into centimeter. Then from there, I define, because for us to get the scale, we normally take actual measurement divided by the drawing measurement. So the drawing measurement, that is 39 centimeter, now is a whole number, divided by 520 kilometers. I change into centimeter, I multiply by 100,000. So these are centimeter. I cancel centimeter with centimeter. By 13, I get 3. By 13, I get 4, 0. There is no other common divisor. So the numerator becomes the first number. 3 is to 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma. So I get my scale is 3 is to 4 million. That is the scale for that sum. And that is the end of our lesson. Welcome my viewers. Today we are going to cover this topic about ratio. And as we know, ratio can also be expressed as a fraction or in decimal. So I take the first example. We are given, for an example, half. We are told express half in ratio form. When you are told that, the numerator becomes the first number and the denominator becomes the second number. So the ratio, if you are given a fraction, you express in ratio form, it will be 1:2. Another one, 3/8. If you are told to convert this one or to change this one in ratio form, we have said the numerator becomes the first number and the denominator becomes the second number. So the ratio 3/8 becomes 3:8. We can also be told to convert or to change decimals in ratio. For an example, you are given 1.5. 1.5, first of all, we change this one as a fraction. We get 15/10. Then from there, we have said the first or the numerator becomes the first number. So it is 15:10. In ratio, we write in the simplest form and we don't write the units. So we cannot leave our sum that way. We simplify. By 5, we get 3. By 5, we get 2. So 1.5, we have said, first of all, we write as a fraction 15/10. Then from there, the numerator becomes the first number, denominator becomes the second number. Then from there, we simplify. So 1.5 in ratio form is 3:2. We can go now to the first question. The first question, we are told simplify the ratio. We are given some questions here to simplify. The first one, we are given 12:18. 12:18, we simplify. There are common divisors between 12 and 18. We can start by 3. We get by 3, we get 4. By 3, we get 6. Still, there is another common divisor, 2. I simplify, I divide there by 2, I get 2. By 2, I get 3. So, 12:18 in the simplest form is 2:3. As we have said, we write ratio in the simplest form and we don't write the units. We go to B, whereby we are given 400 ml to 2 liters. As you can see, 400 ml is to 2 liters. The units here are not the same. We normally change both of them to be the same. So for us, we are going to change liters into ml. We know 1,000 ml equivalent to 1 liter. So my sum will be 400 ml is to 2,000 ml. We have said in ratio, we don't write the units. So they are common. I simplify. From there, I simplify by 100, I get 4. I simplify by 100, I get 20. There is a common divisor between 4 and 20. 4 is common. So I simplify by 4, I get 1. By 4, I get 5. So, as we simplify this question, 400 is to 2 liters, I'll get 1 is to 5 in the simplest form. We are given 25 grams is to 1 kilogram. 25 grams is to half kilogram. We draw our ladder there. Grams are there, kilograms are there, tons are there. As we are saying, we normally know, we define, because we are converting smaller units into bigger units. As we descend, we multiply, because we are converting bigger units into smaller units. Each interval is 1,000. 1,000 grams make 1 kilogram. 1,000 kilograms make 1 ton. So in our case, we have only one interval. So 1,000 grams make 1 kilogram. I come here, I multiply half kilogram times 1,000 to convert into grams. By 2, by 2 I get 500 grams. So my sum is 25 grams is to 500 grams. Now the units are the same. I simplify grams with the grams. By 25 1, by 25 2 0. So the ratio becomes 1:20 in the simplest form. The last example, that is D, in simplifying the ratio, we are given 26:65:117. So 26:117. In ratio, because we are told we simplify, we look for a common divisor. We look for a common divisor or factor. Our common divisor here, we can take 13. So 26 divided by 13, I get 2. 65 divided by 13, I get 5. 117 divided by 13, I get 9. So the ratio will be 2:5:9. That is the ratio in the simplest form. We go to question number 2. In number 2, it is about sharing the ratio. Whenever you find a question about sharing the ratio, we normally add the ratio. For an example, we are given a 70 kilogram maize in the ratio 2:5. 2:5. So we are sharing 70 kilogram in the ratio 2:5. We have said the first step, we add both of them, so that we write them as a fraction. 2:5. As a fraction, I get 7. I add both of them. So the first one is 2/7. The second one is 5/7. Then we have the total mass to be shared. It is 70 kilogram. So I take 2/7 times 70. These are kilograms. The second one is 5/7 times 70 kilogram. By 7 1, by 7 10. So I get that is 50 kilogram. The first one by 7 1, by 7 10, I get 20 kilogram. If I add 20 plus 50, I get 70, the total mass to be shared. If I want to get back my ratio, I can take the quantity now, 20 kilogram is to 50 kilogram. I simplify this one, I get my ratio. By kilograms, by 10 to by 10, I get 5. So we can get back our ratio after sharing. We go to question number B, whereby we are given 125 liters in the ratio of 3:5. This amount to be shared in this ratio. So we add both of them, then we write a subtraction. The first one is 3/5. The second one, 2/5. So 3/5 of the total amount, 125 liters. The second one, 2/5 of the total amount, 125 liters. By 5 1, by 5 2, because of 10, we made a 2, 25, that is 5. by 5, 1, by 5, 25. So the first one, I get the quantity is 75 liters. The second one is 50 liters. So they shared in that. The first one got 75 liters, the second one got 50 liters. Because the first one is 3, the ratio is 3:2. This is the quantity now. And you have said we can get back our ratio by taking 75 liters is to 50 liters. Then from there you simplify. You're going to get 3:2. We go to C, whereby we are given a question. See, we are given a question. We are told a fundraising meeting raised 81,000 shillings for buying desks for 3 schools, A, B, and C. The money was shared to the schools in ratio 3:2:4 respectively. So we rate the schools. We have A, B, and C. Then from there we rate the ratio 3:2:4. And the money raised amounts, we are told it is 81,000 shillings. We go to the first question. What fraction did each school get? So the first question asks about we change this one, the ratio as a fraction. So we are going to take A against B against C. 3:2:4. We have said we add all of them. 3 plus 2, I get 5, plus 4, I get that is 9. Meaning total amount was equivalent to 9. The first school got 3/9. The second one, 2/9. The third one, 4/9. I simplify the first one because there is a common divisor by 3, 1, by 3, 3. So I get the first one, got a third of the total amount. The second one, 2/9. And the third one, 4/9. So I have changed this one from ratio form into fraction. We go to B. B asks, how much money did each school get? Because we have the fraction of the total, we can now work out, we can now calculate the amount the schools got. A got as a fraction, a third. So it is a third times the total amount of money, 81,000. B got 2/9 of the total amount times 81,000. And C got 4/9 times 81,000. From there we can simplify. By 3 I get 1, by 3 I get 27. So this one, it is 27,000. So A got 27,000, B by 9, 1, by 9, 9. I multiply 2 times 9, I get that is 18. School B got 18,000. C by 9, 1, by 9, 9. So I get 36 there, 0. C got 36,000. So this is the amount each school got. The first one got 27,000, the second one 18, and the third one got 36. If you add all of them, you're going to get 81,000. It is about increasing ratio. Ratios are divided into two: increasing and decreasing. Increasing, the first number is bigger than the second one. For an example, 4 is to 3. This ratio is increasing. The first number is bigger than the second one. 8 is to 3. 11 is to 4. The first number, if you check, they are bigger than the second one. These ones are known as increasing ratio. Still, we can be given, for an example, a fraction 3/4 is to 3/5. If you are given a fraction like this one, to check if it is increasing or decreasing, first of all, we look the LCM of 4 and 5. So that we convert the fraction as whole numbers. So the LCM is 20. So I come here and take 3/4 times 20. Then I take 3/5 times 20. By 4, 1. By 4, 5. I get the first one, 15. By 5, 1. By 5, 4. I get 12. So if you are comparing 3/4 is to 3/5, you convert, we have said first of all you look the LCM, then you convert the fraction as whole numbers. From there we can simplify. There is a common divisor between 15 and 12. 3 is a common divisor by 3, 5 by 3, 4. So still 3/4 is to 3/5 is increasing ratio. Because after converting as whole numbers, we are getting 5:4. This one is increasing ratio. Decreasing ratio, the first number is less than the second one. The first number. For an example, 1:2. This one is a decreasing ratio. The first number is less than the second one. 3:4. 11:20. These are decreasing ratio. The first number is less than the second one. If you write this one as a fraction, we normally get proper fraction. Because the first one, if I write as a fraction, I get 1/2. The second one, 3/4. The third one, 11/20. All these are proper fraction. So meaning, if we convert all proper fraction in the ratio, we are going to get decreasing ratio. Question number 3. We are told increasing and decreasing ratio. The first question, we are told decrease 96 in ratio 11:12. Meaning, because you are told to decrease, the answer that we are going to get must be less than 96. So we are going to take 96, we divide by 12, then we multiply by 11. By 12, 1, by 12, I get 8. So 8 times 11, I get 8. I have decreased 96 in ratio 11:12. If I want to get this ratio, I can take 9, that is 88:96. If you simplify it, you're going to get that ratio. By 8, I get 11. By 8, I get 12. So the answer is 88. In question B, that is number 3B, we are told increase 108 books in the ratio 13:12. If you check 13:12, this one is increasing ratio. The first number is bigger than the second one. So I'm going to take 108 books I divide by 12 because I'm told I increase. The answer that I'm going to get must be bigger than 108 I multiply by 13. By 12, 1. By 12, I get, that is 8. Is it 8?
9.
Sorry. So the answer that I'm going to get is 9. So from there, I take 9 times 13. 13 times 9, I get that is 27, carry 2, that is 11. So I get number of books will increase from 108 to 117. So meaning I have increased 108 in the ratio 13 is to 12. Decrease 45 kilometers in ratio 4 is to 5. Meaning the ratio 4 is to 5. We are told we decrease. Meaning 45 is there. 45 kilometers. Whatever I get there must be less than 45. So I take 45 kilometers. I divide by 5. I multiply by 4. I'm decreasing 45 in ratio 4 is to 5. By 5, 1. By 5, I get 9. So I get 36 kilometers. I have decreased 45 in ratio 4 is to 5. And the answer that we have got is 36 kilometers. We go to the last question. The rectangular field of land measures 10 cm by 25 cm. What would be the new measurements of the field if the length is increased by 10% and width decreased by 5%? So we can sketch there. Whatever you are given here, 25 and 10 is equivalent to 100%. So I come here, take 25 centimeter is equals to 100%. Here I'm told I increase by 10%. So the new percentage will be 110%. I take 100 plus 10, I increase. So I get the new measurement, it will be 25 centimeter divided by 100 multiplied by 110. That is percent, that one will be percent. I simplify there. By 10, by 10. From there, I multiply 25 times 11. I get 5, 2, 5, 2. I get 5, 7, 2. Divided by 10. So I get the new measurement or the new length of that field. Now will be 27.5 centimeter. This length has increased. We go to the width. We are told the width we decreased by 10%. So I take 10 centimeter is equals to 100%. I'm told I decreased by 5%, meaning the new measurement will be shorter. It will be 95%. I take 100%, I take 5%. I'll be left with 95%. So I get the new width. So it is 10 divided by 100% multiplied by 95%. Percent with percent by 10 by 10. So I get 95 centimeter over 10, meaning the new width will be 9.5. So this one will become shorter, becomes 9.5 centimeter.